Hey guys, I got a surprise for you.
Rock on!
Mitchie is a very down-to-earth girl. Her mom raised her right. Music is her life. And she goes to camp because she wants to learn more about music and to fit in a little. I'm similar to Mitchie. We got the same haircut. No. We both play guitar and piano. I spend most of my time writing songs. It's like a therapy for me, you know, whenever I'm having a bad day. Just to express what I'm feeling like, you know? And we both write about stuff like that.
I learned to play instruments around the age of 10 and 11. I started playing a piano first and then moved over to the guitar, and my dad's a great teacher.
Every time I think I'm closer to the heart of what it means to know just who I am, I think I finally found a better place to start.
Sometimes it was tough incorporating choreographed moves. Other times it wasn't so bad. It depends, you know, it all takes practice, like anything. Like playing guitar or singing. You have to practice make perfect.
When I was about 6 or 7, I started playing piano. And I started on the piano, played that for a while, and learned enough to play, like, songs. And when I turned about 10, I started playing the guitar and just kind of like messing around with it. But I really got serious at one point, like, I think I was 12. I knew that I really wanted to get serious about the guitar and that I wanted to get good at it, so I listened to a bunch of songs that would help me get better. And I practiced for 5 hours every night for about a month and just tried to get as good as I could get.
I've been singing already since I was about 4 or 5, but professionally I started singing at 10. I learned from my grandmother, who is also a famous Filipino actress slash singer in the Philippines. She's taught me ever since. I guess I've naturally just been singing ever since.
I am surprised how great the kids can sing. I mean, they're so talented, it like, you just feel like a big slug around them. They're so good. And they're all so nice. I mean, it's amazing to me how talented they are.
They're amazing. When I met the kids at the read-through, and a few of the guys, Roshan and Giovanni and Jordan, were just rehearsing a little number, and you know, I started to hear some of the tracks, and then some of the girls started to sing their own, you know, solos, and I went, oh my goodness, these kids are unbelievable. Yeah, they're very cool.
This is real, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me.
I use vocal exercises to warm up, and they also help me with my scats. Whenever they become more clear and more ha ha, like that will help me with perfecting my scats and making them more clear and making them better.
I'm really weird when it comes to recording. I don't really do too much like vocal exercises before I go into the studio. So the whole day up until that point when we record vocals, I'll be singing the song, so it's pretty much already warm. But one thing that I do that's really weird that most people don't do, because they think like dairy's bad for the voice, is I eat chocolate right before I sing, and it makes it all like good. I sing great. It's hilarious. It's true.
The Jonas Brothers are very talented. They're wonderful boys, and working with them has been great because they're so fabulous. And watching them perform the other day was amazing because I've never actually seen them perform. So I was like, wow, they're really good.
So working with the Jonas Brothers, their lives are really hectic. They're bouncing from doing a scene to doing interviews, doing everything. Like they went on like a radio tour or something like that, and it's crazy. They have to go fly to LA and then they have to come back here and get ready. Like Joe had to get up at like, I think it was like 5:30 in the morning to come to set for like 6. And I was like, oh, jet lag doesn't get you? He definitely had jet lag. Like, it was crazy. But I totally admire all of them. They know when to bring it to the table. They know when to step up their game and show everybody that, you know what, I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm not gonna let that. I'm just gonna come here and do my best.
I think people think that you know, being a musician, being a performer can be a little harder than it actually is. And you know, I find that once you get into the groove of doing it like over and over again, it just kind of comes and you just get it. But when you take a break for a really long time and try to come back to it, it might be a little hard. But I find that, you know, for me, performing and being a musician, being in the studio, recording and doing all that is so much fun. It's my, you know, it's my passion. I love to do it. And it's the same thing with acting. Like, if you kind of like go away from it for a little while and don't do it, just try to come back in the groove and like just do a scene out of nowhere is kind of like a little difficult. So I think you always kind of take your time to get into the groove again and get into it, and then it'll all just be great.
Hello? Hey, buddy, how's my birdhouse coming? Jason, sorry, it's not my fault you didn't ask me to make you anything.
I didn't want anything.
Well, I wanted a birdhouse.
And
so
what do you need a birdhouse for?
Because I wanted to see more birds in my...
Guys.
Sorry.
I guess being a performer is, of course, pleasing the crowd. And not necessarily having the best talent, but just having that charm and edge. I really think everyone in this movie is a performer slash dancer slash singer slash everything a performer does. I mean, this movie and the cast was perfectly casted, and I really don't think anyone is just a performer and just a